and welcome to this chat view with Peter Doherty and the English sisters. Hello.
Hello.
Lovely to have you here on this chat view. How are you? How are you?
Thank you. Now the sun's come out, we're looking good over here.
Oh, you lucky things. We're not looking so good over here. The sun's gone today. It's actually quite unusual, isn't it?
We can't complain though because it was beautiful yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've had lovely weather so far. We've been sunbathing, haven't we?
Okay, I'm getting jealous now.
Well, you know how beautiful it is here in Italy, don't you? Have you ever been to Italy?
Yeah. I haven't. It's one of the few that I haven't been to be honest.
You must come and see us in Rome. It's beautiful. It's so gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's so gorgeous. I mean, it's just amazing, isn't it?
Well, the air is different. There's a different scent in the air.
And also for hypnotists, I think it's a very beautiful experience, isn't it?
It's very magical.
Because all the colours are different.
Okay.
The buildings are like
yellow.
They're yellowy orange. They're the colour of sunshine.
Very, very peaceful then.
It's like, yes, it's like no other city. And like if you've seen Paris or London.
It's different.
It's completely different.
Right.
Anyway,
So have you been based long there then?
Oh, we've been here for ages, haven't we?
Oh, yeah.
Over 20 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
We came and we decided to stay.
We decided to stay in the sunshine.
So, okay.
Like that, then.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what you're up to then.
Okay. Well, as you may know, I'm a clinical hypnotist.
Yeah, we know.
And a thought field therapist. So I use the tapping. We'll work with NLP and anything really that will get a shift for the clients I work with. So I'll use an eclectic mix of tapping, of NLP, and of course you have to go into a trance.
Oh, of course.
At the right time. So I'll use a whole sort of methodology that will incorporate whatever I feel is appropriate at the time. And it tends to work well.
So you'll see what the client needs.
Yes, pretty much. I mean, I will work to their expectations. A lot of people that have worked with me come on recommendation, so they'll have worked with or have seen friends that have worked with me, so they know the way I work. So they get a sort of an experience of knowing that they're going to be doing some tapping, they're going to be doing some hypnosis, and entering my weird world, I guess.
Yeah. That's what Jeff Zeig said. He said if you're doing hypnotherapy or therapy and you're not weird, it's not right. He said you have to be weird. Yeah. He said even when Freud first started, and he used to make people lie down and look up at the ceiling. That was the weirdest thing in the world back then.
But it was helpful to induce trance.
Yeah.
And so coming into your weird world is perfect.
Well, that's nice to know. I tend not to take things too seriously, even though sometimes I work with pretty serious stuff. You know, it's about lightening things and sort of letting go of the load, really, and not being too serious, and it is helpful.
Well, we find that a lot, don't we?
Yeah.
We find that if we are working with very serious stuff, but we've always got the lightness around us of, humour, obviously at the right time, because it's very delicate, but it has to be at the right time. But we find that when our clients do laugh, it's really good for them because they, it's really, I mean, some of them haven't laughed in ages, poor things.
Yeah. Absolutely, yeah.
So for them, it's actually very, very therapeutic, and the chemical reactions that go on in their brain as well are fantastic. I mean, the feel-good feelings they get, aren't they?
Yeah.
It helps them to heal.
I think so, and I think it normalises life for them.
That's good, yeah.
Because they're so stuck in that sort of way of thinking. To just normalise it, I think it makes them realise, well, we're human beings having a human experience.
Yeah, and other people may have the same kind of problem that I've got. I'm not the weirdo.
Yes, yeah.
He's a weirdo.
they come and say, they're the weirdos. I'm normal. Thank God, yippee.
Thank you.
And
You've
they
just
feel
confirmed.
You can't get weirder than that, they think.
And about the tapping, I'm interested in that
very
because
interested.
I think that's a good thing because it actually makes the client do something physical on themselves. So they're having physical vibrations in their body as they tap.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I think is very powerful. How do you feel about that?
I think, well, when I first learned it, I was still serving as a police officer. So I was very cynical. Nature of the job is that you're quite cynical about people. And when I first saw the tapping, I was curious about it, and so tried it on myself. I mean, we're going back about nearly 10 years now. Then I realised that there was something happening, and then I used it on some colleagues and friends, and then they got release of some phobias and fears. And then I realised there's definitely something in this, you know, even though it seems a bit bizarre. And sort of fast forwarding through the years, I went and trained with Callahan techniques and trained up to diagnostic practitioner level. And I used it a lot in my work. And I find that the tapping is very non-intrusive, but it's very, very effective and works very quickly. And I have an analogy that I use the tapping for clearing the negative emotions, which is preparing my canvas. And the hypnosis paints the picture.
Oh, that's lovely.
And yeah, I quite like that sort of metaphor.
Yeah, I think that's very helpful. It'll be very helpful to your clients as well, explaining it in that way.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of theories about why tapping works and how it works, and you've got the different sort of the scientific theories or the Callahan methods. Personally, as long as it works for my clients, I don't mind how it works, you know, because it is effective.
Well, that's it. There's a lot of there are a lot of theories why things work, and then people say that it's not scientifically proven. And but hey, I've been reading an article this morning about emotions in the brains of rats and animals, and how they play up to this. This scientist believes that they play up to emotions just as we do. They receive and perceive them. And yet, you know, the scientific world has been, some of them accepted, but in general, there's a lot of skepticism around this. So, I mean, we are in a niche. The things that we are doing, even though it seems ridiculous in this day and age, because it's been going on for, you know, for so many hundreds of years, or thousands if we go right back to mesmerism and everything. But, you know, I don't know why it hasn't gone mainstream, really.
I think it might be a little bit too empowering. I mean, this might be a bit provocative to say, but I think the fact is that, you know, it's very empowering to the person, and maybe somebody doesn't want people in general to be so empowered. I don't know. You know, perhaps it's a system or...
I think you may be on the right lines there, because my cynic says things like that, you know. My cynic's like Jiminy Cricket, who just sits there. And he tells me that maybe this shouldn't be allowed because the powers that be don't want it to be. And having seen so I work with a lot of horse riders as well, and having seen the TFT clear some fairly serious issues for people, you know, that have had accidents and fallen off, and within minutes they can't get back that old feeling.
Yeah, it's just gone.
Then, it really has, you know, and it's, you know, I would say about 90% of the time when I work with somebody, one of the first things I'll go to is using the tapping to clear the negative emotions.
Wow.
Because then that gives you a really nice, clean space to use hypnotic suggestions there. And it seems to sort of meld quite well, you know, as a methodology.
Fantastic.
So for somebody listening and has never heard of tapping before, can you just show us what one of a simple, how you would go about? Or is it just simple?
Absolutely.
Is it just here? Give us a little demonstration.
Are you going to join in?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Love
Here's
to.
a general one for feeling stressed.
Okay, that's going to be useful to all our viewers.
Yeah, most people.
Yeah, so, daily stressors. So one of the things you will do is you will rate how you currently feel on a scale of 1 to 10. So 1 would be you feel absolutely fine, no stress at all. 10 would be, you want to pull that, that sort of level.
Yeah.
So when you get that level of on the SUD scale, the subjective unit of distress, that part of the hand there, just keep thinking about whatever it is that's stressing you and start tapping there. That's it, yeah.
They're here.
Yeah.
The karate chop point.
Yeah.
Do it to me because I can't see where it... Okay, there. Okay, on the video it looks funny. You're supposed to do it with 3 fingers.
3 fingers.
I always 3 fingers, yeah.
3 fingers gets all the points.
You can tap like this, so they're doing the edge of the hand.
Oh, that's cute. I've never seen that one before. That's a cute one.
But as long as you're activating that part, and we do about 20 taps there.
Okay.
Then we tap under the eyes, tap under here, still thinking about whatever the stressor is.
Just thinking about it. Okay.
Yeah, just keep thinking about it. You have to tune into the thought.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go under the arm, just about there.
Okay.
And again, 7 to 10 times.
Okay.
And then onto the collarbone, just about there. That's it, yeah. Again, about 7 to 10 times. Then this part of the hand, sort of the line along there, that's it, yeah. That's it. We tap there continuously. Keep the head nice and straight. Close your eyes. Open your eyes. Keep your head straight, still thinking about the stressor. Then look down to the left with your eyes. Then look down to the right with your eyes. Then look straight ahead. Then focus on my fingers, if you can see. I don't know if you can see a big circle round to the left. Keep tapping all the time, though. Keep tapping on the back of the hand. Then a big circle to the right. And then look straight ahead. And then this is the weirdest part of it, but I'll do it with you. We just hum a few bars of a tune out loud. And then we count from 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay?
4, 5.
And then we hum a few bars of a tune again. Then we go back under the arm.
Goodness
Still
me.
thinking about whatever's left. Then back under the arm now.
Wow.
Under the arm. We're nearly there. And then onto the collarbone.
It's making us go gaga.
Well, this feels good for a Monday morning.
Let it go.
Oh, thank you very much.
And that's a very simple way that you can monitor your stress or, manage stress throughout the day.
I see you do a variation though, because you use the eye movement as well. The eye movement.
Well, when Callahan was putting this all together, the eye patterns from NLP were part of the things in the back of his mind. I mean, as you know, the different directions with auditory, digital, kinesthetic, constructing visual and auditory, and remembering visual and auditory. My take on this, even though I'm sort of trained in NLP, I consider the eye pattern rolling is cleaning out the attic for me.
Yeah, that's a nice way.
That's a lovely way. Yeah, cleaning out the attic.
That reminds us of Barbara Stepp and Dave Dobson. He said that he used to use a method
house
called
cleaning.
House cleaning.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's something that people can sort of appreciate. If you use a simple analogy, and that, to me, there's the attic. Sometimes we get dust and rubbish in there, so the brain balancing is just sweeping out the attics and going into all the corners where we're having the self-dialogue or the feelings. Because as you know, if somebody has a traumatic memory, they often won't access that memory visually or using their eye patterns rather. So guiding them through this will take them through, and it does balance the brain, and it's quite effective.
It's very effective. I mean, we felt it, didn't we?
We did.
It's very powerful.
These interviews are so difficult difficult to do. You have no idea.
Do you know what I mean? It's one of those things that even if somebody did that and started laughing, then that's a great distractor.
Well, the laughing comes because the memory goes. And you can't access it, so you find it. Well, we found it funny. I found it funny. I mean, I just chose something light because I haven't got any problems, thank goodness.
Yeah.
But you know, it was hilarious to have the music on the top and.
I chose the driving to unknown places, which sometimes gets me stressed.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Because even though I've got a navigator. I still get stressed about it, so I chose that.
Yeah.
I must say it's been pretty. You know, it did make me feel like laughing. I'm gonna test it out. I'll let you know how it works.
Well, do it because you'll find it works really well.
I bet you it will. I want to go.
You must remember to smile and laugh when you do it.
Oh yes, that's easy. Well, the whole thing is quite funny as well. I mean, because you know, I can see as you get your clients involved in this tapping and everything, they're going to feel like smiling because it's. Well, maybe not. I don't know, but I think.
And the beauty is, I like with this is when I work with a client, I actually teach them how to do this and give them a handout to take away.
Yeah.
So, you know, I will tend to work with people only once or twice.
Brilliant.
So. Because they have the tools then to look after themselves.
Great.
And it is self-empowering.
It's
self-empowering,
It is, because they can feel as if whenever they need it, they've just got it there.
They've
just got it on their hand.
Yeah,
they've got it on their body.
Well, obviously, instead of taking a Valium, they just do a little bit of tapping. I mean,
and it does take the stress levels down. I worked with somebody recently for examination stress and improving the exam results. Show them how to do some of the techniques, and then they did a test recently, and I think about 25-30% higher mark after doing the work.
Absolutely brilliant.
So this is
we always say that every single person on this earth should be learning and doing these techniques.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, we just feel so blessed that we have come across this thing. Because, you know, our lives...
Radically changes your life.
Yeah, even though our lives were good before, now they're just, you know, they're just amazing because we have all these things that we can use. You know.
Yes, and I think you're totally right there. I mean, I really, truly believe that choice is probably one of the most powerful words that we can have. You know?
Yeah.
Everybody I work with, I say, look, you know, once you learn this, you now have a real choice.
That's right.
Exactly. Then it's up to them. The choice is theirs. That's why we always say this should be taught in schools
so they can choose.
Children can grow up with a choice of using it or not using it. If they don't want to, they don't have to, but they know about it.
Yeah, as long as they're aware.
They're aware of it.
Yeah. And I think that's key, really. It takes that person out of being a victim. And gives them the empowerment. And again, you know, one of the key things that I will emphasise, you know, is that once you learn this, you really do have a choice. You can choose to pick up the bar of chocolate, or you can choose to, I'm just going to tap.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you do have that choice, you know, or if you're going to do a competition as a horse rider, or, you know, give a presentation, you now have a real choice that you can say, right, okay, I've got a few nerves coming up now. I'll just do a tapping sequence, or even some of my self-hypnosis, you know, they do have choices then.
Absolutely.
I think that's important.
It is. It's very important.
Well, choices, you know, give freedom, don't they, in the end? They allow more freedom, so you're a freer person.
Yeah. And you also do you also train in this? I mean, you know, if therapists and hypnotherapists wanted to come to one of your trainings, do you actually do trainings?
I do one-day workshops as an introduction to thought-field therapy, because I think it's such a powerful tool. You know, I mean, I'm totally, really pleased that I came across Roger Calhoun's work, because I think the man's a genius to have come up with this.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just, even though when I first saw it, I thought, there's just no way something like that can be so powerful.
Because it's so simple,
you know,
isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, you know, and when I've seen people that have had some really serious sort of issues, and then within 15 or 20 minutes or even less sometimes, they're sitting there and they're going, well, I can't feel it now. It's not there. It's, you know, and then that really does, as certainly as a hypnotherapist, it gives me a really clean canvas to work with.
Yeah, instead of starting with a little bit of a messy canvas, and then you have to clean it up with the hypnotherapy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know, I'm currently sort of working on a process of an amalgamation of thought field therapy, hypnosis, NLP, and coaching, so that I'm putting my own take on a protocol.
That's brilliant.
So that a therapist can use. You know what it's like when you first start therapy. It's what should I do on the intake, and what should I do here?
Yeah.
You know, and I think by having a sort of a framework at least to work from, then you're covering all your bases, and then you have the adaptability to bring in different techniques in between.
Well, they're also convincers to clients, because some clients might not really be that convinced by TFT, but then you put them into hypnosis and say, oh, that worked.
Yeah.
No, they might go away saying, no, the TFT didn't work, but that worked. You know, they've got different things that they can see. They say, ooh.
Absolutely.
They're convincers as well, apart from the fact that they do work.
They do work.
I mean, and I think TFT and tapping is very, very good for young children. Once I saw a video on it where they had a little teddy bear and they showed you how to tap on the teddy bear, and then the teddy bear, and then you would tap on your... and the children then would learn how to do it on themselves.
Wonderful, gosh.
And for them, for even little 6-year-olds, they can go to school and, you know, do it before school if they're nervous, or if they're nervous about their maths or something. It's really sweet.
Yeah.
And it's
so easy, isn't
they
it?
turned it into a little game, so it was a little game for the child.
Brilliant.
But it does. I mean, it's you know, I've used this with when I was teaching. So I spent a lot of years teaching in the police service, and students getting ready for exams. They used to get very stressed. You know, there's a lot of information they have to learn, and they're tested quite regularly. But learning how to use your visualization, tapping, and all those different methods really gets people in a good focus. You know, it gets the mind calm, so that when the exam's there isn't the stressors or the close down of cognitions. You know, it's quite clear focus.
So do you know how the police force thinks about these techniques, what their view on them are?
Well, I can't speak for the police force, obviously, but I think, you know, as you look for some of the work that Roger Callahan's organisation have done in places like Kosovo and Bosnia and you know, all those different countries where TFT has been used, it's been very effective. I know I have worked with police officers with stress issues and stuff as a therapist, and it's really helped and really supported them.
So that's good.
And got them through those stressors that are very prevalent in that type of work.
They're very stressed.
Well, surprising.
Yeah, we spoke to a police officer yesterday, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Very stressed, very stressed.
Yeah. So, you know, and it's a good coping mechanism that's very easy.
Yeah, and isn't it lovely to know that people don't have to be stressed out anymore?
No.
You know, they can watch a video, like they can come and see you, or they can come and see us or some other therapist, or just even watch videos. There's so many products out there. It's so cheap now.
Very much.
You know, they don't have to invest a lot of money for a couple of pounds. They can get a good self-hypnosis or a tapping.
Absolutely.
You know,
they can just watch you doing the tapping here on this video.
Well, exactly.
He's gone through the whole complete sequence. They can watch it several times and learn it. Do it at home, viewers, because we're going to watch this afterwards. We're going to do it again,
We're going to learn.
More than happy.
We'll learn.
Well, I just recorded, just recently had a workshop recorded on video.
There you
go.
go.
I'm hoping that in the near future we'll get that put together as a whole training package that somebody could just buy online.
Just watch at home.
Yeah, and just work through it and use some of the techniques, you know. Really useful for fears, phobias, anxiety, cravings, if there's trauma that's happened in the past. Peak performance, you know, I'll put together a peak performance protocol that uses NLP, hypnosis and tapping that really does, you know, utilise the best resources from all of those. And it really is useful for people who are performing in sports or presentations that you can use quite quickly.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
Well, wonderful. Thank you for talking to us.
Very
and
relaxing.
sharing your lovely techniques.
Wonderful, yeah, and it's going to make us think more about tapping as well, isn't it?
will. Mm-hmm. And so where can people find you, Peter?
Well, I'm on the web. I've got a website with my details. Shall I give you the website now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll put the link underneath, but if you let us know. What's it called?
www.hypnotherapy-haverhill.co.uk. I'm in Suffolk in the UK.
You're in Suffolk.
Yes,
And you do Skype therapy, because a lot of clients now go via Skype.
Yes,
We do Skype
I've
as
done
well.
Skype with quite a few people all over the world, really.
Fantastic.
And the tapping is fantastic on Skype.
It
because
is. Well, we really felt it. We felt it.
We felt it, yeah. It does.
That's good. Nice to know.
Yeah, it
No,
works.
it does
It
work.
works.
Laughed as well.
We laughed, yeah. That is good, yeah, it is good, yeah.
It's lovely to start with a laugh.
It is, yeah.
It's lovely to start and end with a laugh.
It is wonderful, wonderful. It's lovely talking to you, Peter.
You too, thank you.
And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for sharing.
Okay, bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.